Hey, hope everybody's having a good day. Welcome to CodeBeats. We're going to be starting here in just a few minutes. Until then, enjoy the beats. right. Hope y'all are doing great. Welcome to CodeBeats. We're going to be starting here in just a few minutes. Until then, enjoy some beats.
Yo, bro, this beat hard. When'd you make this? Yo, you like this? I coded this, bro. What you mean you coded this? Coded in some sauce? Cause this beat got that drip, boy. No, bro. Like, I computer programmed this. You what? What you mean you computer programmed this? Bro, just get me in a booth. Yo, what's going on? This is MJ. Most of y'all know me for rapping. My alias MJX Music is Beast Mode. Mother lover rockin' street clothes. But what most of y'all don't know is what I do between 9 and 5. I've been working in technology for about the past 3 to 4 years now, and I really enjoy what I do.
Well, this ain't gonna be about getting coffee and running errands for people.
This coffee is really good. So today I'm gonna do something I'm always thought about doing but never tried doing, producing my first hip-hop instrumental through coding and rapping over it. So before we actually dive into the coding, one thing I want to break down is how you traditionally make a hip-hop instrumental. First step, you would open up a digital audio workstation, something like Logic Pro X, which is what I personally prefer, and then from there you choose your instruments and then you show the actual virtual keyboard. I use a virtual keyboard paired with my physical Magic keyboard, so it's literally a computer keyboard, but you got the ability to use things like MIDI keyboards, actual keyboards, as long as it's got the right plugins and things like that. And then from there, you really just started with playing the music. Obviously, there's a lot more flexibility when you're playing with the keys and really getting a feel and getting the emotions in there. But for the purposes of this, what I'm experimenting with is taking the same exact process and programming it. All right, so for this, I'm using an application called Sonic Pi. It's an application for coding music. So I'm going to go ahead and just get started. So shout out to Angelic Vibes, by the way, for the most dope sound kit I've ever used. It's free, so check them out. So anyways, to get started, the first step you want to do is understand the BPM that you are going to be using for your instrumental. I know mine's going to be 130 beats per minute because I've already gone through the loops and I found the one that I like. So first up, let's import these sounds. This is literally the same step as you would do if you're importing a VST into a DAW. And producers, you know what I'm talking about. We got the BPM, we got the sounds imported. Now let's actually play something back. So in order to do that, we're gonna go live loop. Check this out, we're gonna play it back. Hey. All right, next up, we're gonna do what are we gonna do? We're gonna throw in the kicks. All right, so anytime we're making an instrumental, melodies sometimes go first, kicks sometimes go first. I like doing the melodies first, then throwing in the kicks. So the way that I'm gonna do it here is gonna sound like a techno type beat, but let's play it back. Oh my God, this end. All right, computer programming right there, 101. Oh, hey, whoa. All right, this is not the beat we're going for unless we're in the dance club. So we're gonna slow this down a little bit. And the way that I like it, I like to have a hit, sleep for 5 seconds, a hit again, sleep for 3 seconds. So it sounds something like, hey, yeah, woo. All right, now we're gonna move on to the snares. The snares are arguably one of the most important things in a hip hop track, so you know we gotta throw those in here. Then from there, we end it. So hopefully this one goes through. Let's see. Hey, yeah, yo. Hey, there it is. Literally the same exact way. We want to sync our hats. So check this out. Woo! Hey, what? And now our final step. Oh my God, my mouse died. Last thing we're gonna do is drop that 808 on them. So when you're done, when you do all of these different steps, this is what a hip-hop produced instrumental from programming should sound like. Growing up with nothing, so I'm working till I'm something. Never had no money, so I didn't need a budget. Ask me about my music every day, I said I love it. Nothing was important, I put nothing else above it. Taking all this anger and I put it in the lyrics. Speak about my living so my little brothers hear it. Just go and chase your dreams, don't you ever go and fear it. Be true to who you are, don't you stress about appearance. Been working on this rapping, but I gotta be a boss. Been working for this music while my spirit pays the cost. I've broken down this half of me, the one that make my salary. Suppressed it and I choked it, then I burned it like a calorie. Boy, I'm back to work and you can see me in the factory. Bars are getting sweeter, I got Charlie coming after me. Charging for my passions, but the talent don't need batteries. So when I see my trophies, got another in the gallery. Ooh, we making waves and doing things they can never do. I'm seeing checks I couldn't recognize because they grew. The clock is ticking and it's time to bring some better news. No more holding back this vision, time to let it loose. Time to let it loose, time to let it loose. No more holding back this vision, time to let it loose. Hey, what you think about that, bro? Yeah, so don't quit your day job. I hope y'all enjoy this video. I really enjoyed making this. This was my first time ever programming a hip-hop instrumental. So I wanted to say, number one, I definitely believe in multiple ways of creating music. So this is just something that was just a lot of fun. But number two, working in technology as a day job, I see how technology and programming affects other industries. And I think it's up to people like us to understand how music can benefit from the evolving technology industry and things like that. So yeah, if you're interested in dabbling around, feel free to check out the description of this video. I am going to throw in the steps to reproduce exactly what I did. If you like this video, please throw a thumbs up, number one, and number two, hit that subscribe button.
All right. Hope y'all doing great. Welcome to CodeBeats. We're going to get started here in just a sec. We're going to get here started in just a sec. I know some people are still joining, but welcome to week 6 of CodeBeats.
More damage to young African Americans than racism in recent years.
I live about my DNA. This is my heritage, all I'm inheriting. Money and power, the maker emeritus. Tell me something, you motherfuckers can't tell me nothing. I'd rather die than to listen to you. My DNA not for imitation. Your DNA an abomination. This how this where you in the matrix, dodging bullets.
All right, today we're going to be hearing a little bit about repetitions. We'll be learning how to use the concept of repetitions to make our songs better. We're going to be hearing from Doug. He's going to, of course, break down the code for us, but we're also going to be hearing from Beatmaster Twan. He's going to break down some advanced concepts for us. So some of y'all that are really getting advanced with this, check out Twan's segment today. You're going to love it, and you're going to love it. So pay attention today. We're going to learn some advanced stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You ain't without a ticket on your plate. You ain't sick enough to pull it on yourself. You ain't rich enough to hit the ladder skate. Tell me when destruction gonna be my fate. Gonna be your fate. Gonna be your fate. Peace to the world. Let it rotate. Sex, money, murder, DNA.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Hope you all have had a great week. And let's learn a little bit about code and about beats. Now, one thing I want to bring up as I just check this. Just check this real quick. As you know, we watch on YouTube Live. We chat on YouTube Live. We use Minty.com for some quizzes. And we do some coding on TunePad. Now, most of y'all have gotten pretty good at using the chat. But let me know what's up in the chat. Say hi in the chat for me. Right there on YouTube Live. Chat should be right over there. Say what's up to me or your friends in the chat. Let me know you're alive. Say hello and hit me up in the chat. I'll give y'all just a minute to do that. Let me know that you're alive. All right. Here we go. Getting some of y'all that are getting in there. But let's hear a few more of you. What do you have to say today? How you feeling? What's been going down? Uh, what you're thinking about doing on break? Let us know right in the chat. Again, the chat is right there. Right there. Hit me up in the chat and let me know how you're doing. I can wait here all day. Hello, hello. Hit me up in the chat if you're hearing this. I want to know if y'all are alive. Let me know by chatting right in YouTube Live right here. There we go. There we go. People are getting it now. We need some more help from y'all though. Just let me know who else is awake out there. Maybe Kendi or Andrea or and Miyana. Let me know what's up. Hit me up in the chat. I can wait longer if y'all need some time to figure out the chat, but I think y'all can do it. Hello, hello. If you want to learn about CodeBeats, let me know you're alive by hitting me up in the chat. Otherwise, we might be shutting it down for today. Hello, hello. All right. If there are any teachers out there, please let me know what's up. Not getting anybody alive out there. So I'd really like to know what's going down if y'all are alive. Before we proceed, I can sit here all day. It's more fun though if we actually do the class. So let me know if anybody else is alive out there. Go ahead and chatting right over here in YouTube Live to let me know you're awake. If you got friends that are in here, try and encourage them to wake up. Yeah. We're not gonna start the class until we get some participation in the chat. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. All right, so far we have one person that can figure out how to work the chat. Come on, y'all, let me know. Say what's up in the chat if you would like to have class today. You're gonna want to learn, you're gonna want to see class today because we got some great stuff going down. But I need to know that there's somebody out there. I don't like to just talk to myself. Hey, we're getting 2 people in the chat. Thank you. Let me know, the rest of y'all, let me know what's up. It looks like a few more of y'all are joining right here in the chat. Let me know if we get 2 more people in that chat, we can go ahead and move on. I would really like to move on, but it's up to y'all. So far, we got a couple of y'all in the chat. Let's get a couple more, and then we can move right along. Hit me up in the chat if you would like to go ahead and move on. That would be fine with me. We want to get to the fun stuff. Hello, hello. Is anybody out there? All right, I don't know what else to say to y'all. We're just hanging out here until I get a couple more people saying what's up in the chat. If not, I guess we won't have class, and y'all will be behind the other class. It's going to be bad for the beats contest, so that means they're going to be better than y'all. That's too bad. Okay, we are pretty close to shutting things down for today. If y'all want to have class, we need 2 more people to speak up in the chat. Hey, got 1 more. We are very close to actually having class. That's great. We are very close to having class now. We just need 1 more person to go ahead and speak up. And see if that happens. Otherwise, we're about to go ahead and shut it down. Another way you could let me know you're live is by logging into Minty and hitting one of these buttons right down here. That'd be another great way to let me know you're live. But it seems like not many of y'all are live. So again, I'll give you another couple seconds to go ahead and get that chat working. Not sure what's wrong with y'all today. All right, and again, we're just waiting for 1 more person to respond in the chat. If you guys and gals want to learn the things that you're supposed to learn today. Otherwise, we're going to be shutting it down. Hey, there we go. There we go. All right, so we got enough people in the chat. We're going to have class, but y'all really need to pick it up. I don't know what's wrong with y'all, but you need to pick it up. First thing we're going to be doing is voting here in Minty. If we don't get any votes, we are going to be shutting this down. So pull yourselves together, log into Minty. You know how Minty works. Put that code in 9588443. We're going to play a little bit of Complete That lyric. This is a famous rap lyric, and it starts out, "Where's my pen?" There are potential ways to complete it down there below. Is the correct answer? It's at school? Is it the correct answer? I lost it in my book bag. Is the correct answer? It's in the den? Is the correct answer? I'm signing? Or is the correct answer? Who dat guy been? Let me know what you think. Vote in here in Minty. I'll give y'all, I'm going to set a timer for a minute because I think we're going to be shutting this down. Guys, got about 45 seconds left to get your votes in. It better be a lot more than 2 if y'all would like to continue on with this lesson. Got about 20 seconds left, 30 seconds left to get your votes in. All right, we only got 2 people that are alive out there. I guess we'll carry on for a minute, but this is really lame, guys. I don't know what to say, but if this continues to happen, I hope Miss Beckford and Mr. Barnes do not give credit for today's lesson to people, because this is y'all need to get in there. All right, the correct answer is I'm Signing, and of course it's from this famous song by Cardi B.
Now I like dollars, I like diamonds, I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1,000,000 deals. Where's my pen? I'm signing. I like those Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks. I like going to the Tula. I put rocks all in my watch. I like texts from my exes when they want a second chance. I like.
All right, and of course, there is a that's the famous song by Cardi B. And Miss Beckford is saying MLK is not here today. Do you know what's going on? Why aren't they here today? So just let me know what's up on that. All right, so y'all need to get yourselves in gear. Get on Minty. I want to know on Minty. Let me know, how do you choose a song to listen to? Remember, y'all know how to go to Minty. Go to minty.com and use the code 9584443. Get those answers in. And again, I think Miss Beckford is the only one here today. I can send you the notes on who's responding to these questions afterwards, so you can give credit to people that are responding and not give credit to people that aren't. Y'all need to get your answers in here. How do you choose a song to listen to? How do you choose what are your favorite songs? Let me know. The code definitely works. You're doing something wrong if the code does not work. The Minty code is 9588443. I'll double check on my phone, but I'm sure that code works. These guys are professional programmers that have made this tool. Let's see. 9588443. And just so you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but it's definitely working. So the code is 9588443. We got 3 people that want to get a credit for coming to class today, and lots of people that don't. Those people that do want to get credit for showing up to class today, how do you choose a song? You say, I look for songs that are similar to an artist I like. That's a great way to look for songs. Some people just close their eyes and press something. Actually, a surprisingly good way to get some songs. Because getting that kind of random new songs that you haven't heard before, I think it's great. It helps keep things fresh. Some people go for whatever mood they're in. Again, that's a great way to do it. And some people just like to, sometimes you're in the mood to just hear a song that you like, a song you know, a song you like. That's a great way to choose what to listen to next. Thanks to y'all that are paying attention. Again, I'm going to be sending this to Miss Beckford afterwards so she knows who is responding and who is not. So get in there and respond. All right, next up, we're going to be having Doug tell us what's up and how to code. Again, today we are learning about repetitions, a little segment that I like to call Coding with Doug.
Hello everybody, welcome to Coding with Doug at CodeBeats. Last time we learned how to use repetition in computer programming and also in TunePad. Today we are going a little bit further to see what else we can do with repetitions. But first, let's start with this drum track that I have here. This drum track is simply playing hi-hat, kick, and snare. And we have the same group of commands being played twice. Here we have the first 4 commands and plus more 4 commands. So we know that we can improve this code using repetition. Let's see. So to improve this code here, this group of commands here, we can simply use for I in range 0 to 2 and here repeat the first 4 commands. So we have the same drum track, but we now with less lines that we are using. It's a better code to understand. But also we can use a different resource in computer programming to go further with repetitions. This resource is called data structures, and we can use here a type of data structures that is list. So to create a list that will group some variables or some values, we can just type here, let's say the name, I will call it notes, and we can use here these brackets and put here in order that we would like to access this list, the name of the variables. So here, for example, we can use the same order here: hi-hat, kick, and snare. So we can just use here hi-hat, kick, and snare. Now we have at this list 4 variables that could be the number of the note in TunePad, the MIDI number, but here we are using the variable name. So now we have these 3 variables, but we are using hi-hat 2 times, forming a list with 4 values. That is the same order that we are using here, the command play note. And we can easily replace here to use to access a list and using our command for a repetition. And here we can ask to put the value in a variable, let's say n, but we are using here, instead of using range 0 to 2, we can simply use here the name of our list. And here, instead of have the command play note, for example, using hi-hat, we simply can use the variable n. So this repetition here, this new repetition, is accessing the list nodes, and each time that it find a new element, let's say hi-hat first, it will put the hi-hat, the value from hi-hat, in our variable n here. And the first time it's going to play hi-hat, the second time hi-hat again, because we have hi-hat, then kick, and lastly the snare. So we are using an order for our repetition using list. So let's see how it is now. And let's say that we would like to change the order here. For example, we can just move the 2 hi-hats here for the end of our list, and it automatically are going to change the order here in your drum track. Let's see. So we are using 2 repetitions at the same time. One that is going from 0 to 2. It means it is repeating a group of commands for 2 times. And the second one, where we are using list, it is going for each element from our list, and it is executing this command here, the line 9, and each time for 1 element. And also we can use here with different instruments. So for example, here I created a melody using a piano. And here I have a list with some musical notes that are variables pointing to a MIDI number. And we are playing here the same using a repetition, and it's going for the first, that is D sustain 5, to the last one, that is C sustain 5, and playing for 0.5 beats. And also we can change here. Let's, for example, just delete here the 4 first notes from our list, and now we can, for example, change here the beats 1, 2, and we have just 4 notes. So as you can see, we just change it here the notes, the list, and then the beats. So with repetitions, we can improve our code in different ways. It's very helpful and very powerful resource in computer programming. Thank you for watching Coding with Doug, and see you in the next time.
All right, thanks, Doug. Doug's been explaining to us how to use loops and how to use structures like lists, okay? And we're using these lists to kind of populate our loops. Now, we're really building upon the concept of repetition, okay? That's the main concept we're talking about. What is repetition? Repetition is just a loop, okay? We're just doing things over and over again, a loop, right? All right, so repetition, again, is just repeating things in a loop. We can repeat not only just one thing in a loop, but you could repeat like 4 things in a loop, or 5 things in a loop, or 6 things. It doesn't matter. Several different commands. You can also control the number of times that a given loop repeats by changing the like variable about for range I 0 to 10 or whatever. And these repetitions are super useful in computer programming, but also in music. Now, the thing that we've been using today that's a little bit beyond the regular loops is we're using these things called lists. And lists are storing the notes that we want to play. Okay, so we're gonna we have a list of the notes we want to play, and the loop goes through the list, and it takes the first thing from the list and it does it, second thing from the list and it does it, the third thing from the list and it does it. Okay, you can use, so basically however long your list is how many loops you will do, and you can use these elements from your list in your commands. So the way we were using it today and the way you saw Doug use it was he had a list of notes. So the list was like A, B, C, D, and first it would use the A note and then it would go through the loop. Second, it would use the B note and go through the loop. Third, it would use the C note and go through the loop. And fourth, it would use the D note and go through the loop. Now, we're going to look at this again in just a minute. I'm going to show you an example because we're going to use that for our class activity today. But first, I want to move on, and I want to have, again, a very special guest today. This is Twan, and he is our beats master. In case you're wondering who makes the beats that y'all work with every week, it's Twan. He is such a good musician that he's able to like listen with his ear to the songs that are on the radio or on YouTube or wherever, and then he turns them into code, and then we use those to make these activities that y'all work with. So listen up. Twan is going to teach you some advanced things about how to use loops and how to use notes in your loops. And for those of you that are kind of really starting to get the hang of this, these are some good kind of slightly advanced but very interesting material. Check it out. Take it away. Twan, the Beat Master.
Hello everyone. I'm here to show y'all a little trick that you can use in TunePad, the kind of trick that'll save you lines of code. Let's scroll down to the baseline and see what's going on here. Here we have 2 chunks of code, example A and example B. They have the same function, which means they do the same thing. It's just that example A does not use a data structure called a list, whereas example B does. You will also notice that example B is commented out using triple quotes, which are a way that you can comment multiple lines of code in TunePad. So if I cut and paste these triple quotes here, you will see that the baseline won't play. And if I cut and paste these triple quotes here, you will hear the same baseline as before play, showing that both of these chunks of code have the same functionality. Now let's talk a little more about example B. Here we have two lists defined. The notes list, which contains all the notes to be played, and the beats list, which contains their corresponding beat values, each in the same ordering as their corresponding note in the notes list. And at the bottom, we have a for loop that calls the play note function every time it loops. But instead of using actual values, like what was used in example A, variables are used. This is what allows us to replace multiple lines of code with just one line of code. This for loop reads like this. For every pair of elements I and J in the notes and beats lists respectively, this loop will loop. So the first time it loops, I will equal the first element in notes, and J will equal the first element in beats. And the second time it loops, they will equal the second elements respectively. And the third time, the third elements, and so on until the end of the lists are reached. You just have to know that in order to use multiple lists in a for loop, the zip function must be used. You don't have to worry about exactly why or how in order to use this method, you just have to follow this format. But if you are interested to know more, you can Google the zip function in Python. You'll just have to take some time to understand the definition. Or you can, like always, ask questions. Well, that's all for now. Until next time, enjoy.
All right, and a big thanks to Twan. One thing I might have mentioned before, but I want to make sure I mention to y'all about Twan. Twan actually went to Richmond Public Schools. So he went, I think, to Huguenot. And so he has gone to Huguenot. Now he has, of course, grown up, and he's went to VCU, and he has a VCU computer science degree. The reason I mention that is I just want y'all to know, if y'all continue to excel at STEM, it's very possible for somebody coming out of RPS to go to VCU or other computer science schools and get a computer science degree and get paid. It's a great career to do, and it's a great way to have a great paying job. Check it out. Twan's already done it. I'm sure some of y'all can do it too. All right. Now, and another thing, I put that link right there, that link to Twan's video right there in the chat in case you want to check it out, because he does some pretty heavy stuff. Today we're going to be doing repetitions with list for our kind of activity. So I want to show you just a little bit about it right now. Here's what we're going to be doing. I'm opening up that link. Here's what the track that we're going to be using sounds like. All right, and I think you might recognize K-Camp's Renegade. Let's hear it one more time. One thing I want you to notice, though, you hear that melody over top? Do, 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 do. Now that, of course, is not part of the normal song. That is the melody that y'all are going to be making on top of the normal song. Check it out. Let's look at what that code looks like. Here we have that code right here. This, of course, just plays that code. Now, what we want y'all to do today is we want y'all to make your own melody. And here's an easy way to do it. Okay, we got y'all set up. These are the notes that are going to sound good. These are the notes that we're currently playing. And this is the loop that is playing those notes. Now, how does this work? Again, I'm going to show you. It says for every note in the notes, where notes is these B, B3, CS4, D4, B3, it's going to play that note, and then it's going to play that for all 4 of these notes. Now, the things you can do is you can do things like add more notes at the end, D4 or whatever, and now that loop would play 5 notes. You could add, as many notes as you want there. You could actually play that note twice if you wanted to here. You could change beats to make them faster. So you could go 0.5 if you wanted to play those notes faster. For instance, now I've just changed it to be faster. Let's hear what that sounds like. Okay. And, maybe you want to play twice as many notes. You could do that too. I've made it so it's going to play the note 2 times each time. So there's all kinds of things you can do, but remember what's happening here is this loop is being played once for every note that is in this list. So you can do things like change this list. You can even change this loop. And the idea is to just play around until you get a melody that sounds really cool over K-Camp. And we're going to go ahead and start doing that now. I want you all to take just a few minutes because we don't have too much time. Just take a few minutes to start messing around with that. Remember, if you submit your activities afterwards, you'll be entered into this raffle. And I want y'all to go ahead and get out there. I'm just going to give you 4 minutes today to mess around. 4 minutes, and then we're going to come back and we're going to have our quiz. So check it out. Get out there. Start working right now so that we can get back on track time-wise. Go, go, go. That link is in the chat. Go, go, go. All right, and we got about 2 minutes left. All right, y'all just get in there, mess around with CodeBeats 5, change the notes, see how that changes your beat. Get in there and check it out. All right, and I know it hasn't been very long, but we got about 1 minute left, and then we're going to go on to the quiz. Change those notes and see what happens, but then come back in just 1 minute for the quiz. Boot style. All right. Come on back, everybody. Come on back. Hope you've had time to just play around with that just for a minute, but we are going to come on back. You know it's Kahoot style quiz time. I need y'all to log into Minty. So far, we're getting some people logged into Minty. Thank you so much for joining us. Everybody else, get into Minty. It is 9588443. We're going to get started here in just 1 second. All right, I'll give y'all just 1 more second to get logged in. Like we got about half of y'all in there. Get in there, and here we go. Answer fast to get more points. Let me know what you learned today. How can we repeat commands for each element in a list using TunePad? Think about what we learned today. Do we do that by doing for I in range 0 to 4? Do we do that by doing for 1 to 4? Do we say repeat I in list? Do we say for I in list? Or do we say for B in list? What do y'all think is the right answer? Yep, these are not easy. You have to pay attention to get these right. And it looks like y'all did not guess right today, but remember, for I in list or for B in list, it doesn't matter what variable you use there, but that's what it looks like when you're gonna play all the items in a list. All right. Leaderboard is broken there. Question 2 of 4. Here we go. Answer fast to get more points. What is a list in computer programming? What is a list in computer programming? We've been using list to decide which notes to play. Is a list a command? Is it an instruction? Is it a data structure? Or is it a repetition? What do you think a list is? Think about what we've been talking about. Is a list a command, an instruction, a data structure? And remember, if you don't know the answer, you can just take a guess. You might just get it right. A list is in fact a data structure in computer programming. It is just a kind of a place that we store like all the notes that we're going to play in the example we just looked at. Now, next up, question 3 of 4. Answer fast to get more points. Can I use more than one list in a repetition? How could I do that? What did Beatmaster Twan tell me about? I can't remember. It was something that he told me that I think is related to this. Did he say I just can't do it? Did he say yes if you use the function twice? Did he say yes if you use the function zip? Did he say yes, you can do it, but only if you use the function zap? What do y'all think? And one of you knows that you have to use the function called zip if you're going to use 2 lists in repetition. But that is, admittedly, that is an advanced command. So, that was a tough question. Tweedo got it, though. Way to go, Tweedo. Okay, final question for today. Question 4 of 4. Answer fast to get more points. How can I add comments in TunePads? How do you add comments in TunePads? And remember, comments are things that just are not executed. Can I add comments using the hash? Can I add comments using the $, using the slash? or using triple quotes. What do you think adds comments in TunePads? Remember again, Beatmaster Twan told us a little bit about this. And let's see. All right, 2 of y'all got this right. You can use either the hash or you can use triple quotes, okay? 2 different types of comments, but those are ways that you can make comments in TunePad. Good, 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 good. All right, let's see who's taking the lead here, adding it up. And it looks like LNG Edits is our winner for today. Way to go, LNG. Good job. Now, that's going to be the official end of class for today. Thanks to y'all, especially those of y'all that participated in the chat, and also via Menti. That is something that we want to appreciate and encourage here in future classes. Make sure you all do that next class. I'm gonna be sending the logs to Miss Beckford so she can give you credit if you did talk in class or join Menti, and alternatively not give you credit if you're not responding in Menti or in the chat. That has been CodeBeats for today. It's been great to see y'all, and I will see you next time.
This is why I say that hip-hop
See y'all all later. Good to see you.
Americans than racism in recent years.
I live about my DNA. This is my heritage, all I'm inheriting. Money and power, the maker emeritus. Tell me something, you motherfuckers can't tell me nothing. I'd rather die than to listen to you. My DNA not for imitation, your DNA an abomination. This how it is when you in the matrix, dodging bullets, reaping what you're sowing, stacking up the footage, living on the go and sleeping in the pillar, sipping from a Grammy, walking in the building, diamond in the ceiling, marble on the floors, beaches out the window, peeking out the window, baby in the pool, Godfather goes, only Lord knows. I've been going hammer, dodging paparazzi, freaking through the cameras, eating $4, Brock wearing sandals, yoga on a Monday, stretching till the planner, watching all the snakes. Curving all the fakes, phone never own. I don't conversate, I don't compromise. I just penetrate, sex, money, murder. These are the breaks, these are the times. Level number 9, look up in the sky. Tennis on the way, tennis on the way, tennis on the way. Motherfucker, I got winners on the way. You ain't without a buddy on your belt. You ain't without a ticket on your plate. You ain't sick enough to pull it on yourself. You ain't rich enough to hit the ladder skate. Tell me when destruction gonna be my fate. Gonna be a fate, gonna be a fate. Peace to the world, let it rotate. Sex, money, murder, DNA.
All right, see y'all next time. Take it easy.